Finally, The Rock has come back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Finally, I get this live stream off. I was supposed to get one for you guys on Wednesday, but the YouTube app was glitching really hard. So I was not able to. Wow, she's gorgeous. Wow. So it happens when it's 90 degrees in New York City. The ladies need to let you know that they're out here. And I'm not mad about it. All right, so the heat wave has begun here in New York. Heat wave is ready. We're ready. Today, I was ready. I want to thank my client that scheduled an 8 a.m. session with me and then got called into work. The car guy, wow. How are you doing, buddy? I want to thank my client for not actually showing up because it made me wake up early on Sunday, get up and get the shit done. All right, now I am so happy today mostly worked out. So let me get the camera off of me and get it onto the car for a second. I got the perfect parking spot today, as seen right here. Nobody can park in front of me. Nobody can park behind me. Oop. The people walking past. Look at that. Perfect parking spot. Perfect parking spot for the day. No tree overhead to shit on my car. I gotta kind of let the car air out a little bit because, you know, it is 91 degrees here in New York City. So, I'm gonna sit here and talk to you guys for a little while because I am a little on the tired side, maybe a little bit on the dehydrated side of things. All right, back to me. Oh! Holy shit. Flies. Get out of the car. That's the only bad thing about summertime in New York. Fucking flies. How you guys doing? All right, so a YouTube glitch prevented me from streaming on Wednesday. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what happened on Wednesday. Usually I have these things pretty well in mind, but because I'm dehydrated and a little bit oxygen deprived from running myself into the ground, I'm gonna have to pull out the iPad and kind of give you the report from the report I could not give you on Wednesday. I know I did something decent on Wednesday, I just don't remember what it was. So, let me talk to you, LA Night style. All right, what did I do on Wednesday? Okay, I did a set of 10, warmed up at 225 on a leg press, a set of 5 at 315, a set of 5 at 405, 2 sets of 6 at 545, 2 sets of 6 at 495, 2 sets of 7 on the hack squat at 315, 2 more sets of 7 at 275, 3 sets of 6 at 200 pounds on the leg curl, and 3 sets of 6 at 205 pounds on the leg extension. So I think I was kind of pressed for time, so I didn't really push it too hard. But today, I can't even really be mad because I think I went into Wednesday not feeling that great, but it ended up being a pretty good day. I only did legs on Wednesday. So today, because I had a client that didn't show up to train, I was already up early before 8 a.m. I got up early. I got the car. I got the really good parking spot as I showed you. And I went in there knowing that I was going to be doing something that I feared. Last week on Sunday, I hit 4 sets of 10 at 335 on the deadlift. So, I'm capping my hypertrophy sets at 10 reps and then moving up after that. So what I did was I moved up to 365 today. And for the first time in my life, I attempted sets of 6 at 365. And I was a little afraid of it, but it went way easier than I thought it was going to go. Way easier. So I did 4 sets of 6 at 365. I even have video of it. I didn't want to kill this bottle, but it is 91 degrees out here. So I couldn't help it. All right. So that was the highlight of the day. I started out with the barbell back squat today. A set of 10 with the bar, a set of 5 at 135, a set of 5 at 205, and then 2 sets of 7 at 255, 2 sets of 7 at 225, leg press 3 sets of 6 at 495. Then I did, the RDL, 10 with the bar, 10 with 135, 10 with 225. And then I did the 4x6 at 365. I'm very grateful that the stress went in the right places. And, that heat wave is here. Might as well start with a PR. A couple of weeks ago, my left leg was not feeling very good. So I was planning on taking a deload, but I haven't taken a deload because the scare for my legs kind of went away. So because of that, I'm just continuing on with the program, and if I start to have more problems with how I recover from any one of these sessions, then I will consider doing the deload. But for right now, I'm totally fine. The car guy's got some comments here. Planned on streaming at 100 subs, but I backed out because I don't want to stream. I don't plan on streaming. Yeah, not everybody's a streamer, man. Some people make pre-recorded stuff. Some people make live stuff. Me, I hate editing. When I make pre-recorded stuff, I have any one of 3 other people that do the editing because I suck at it and I don't enjoy it. So, if you enjoy the editing process after you make videos, more power to you. By the way, I missed your streams. I was busy doing some bullshit because, Volkswagen problems. Ha ha ha. We all got a life to live. You're always welcome here, the car guy. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even know how to edit, man. I taught myself the rudimentary parts of editing back when this used to be a Call of Duty gameplay commentary channel. And I just don't wanna. I do plan on making more gaming content on this channel. I know I've been saying that for like the last year, but I haven't touched my PS5 or my Xbox Series X in now almost 2 years, which is crazy. But it's not because I've become an old man. It's because the gaming industry doesn't love gamers anymore. So until I kind of get that urge to play. Also, I do want to say this. I've been saying this. I've been thinking about this for a while. All of the newest gaming monitors don't have HDMI out ports anymore. I would love to replace my old BenQ, which is a HM2455 RL, I think it is. I would have no wait, it's the RL2455HM BenQ monitor. It was one of the last high-end monitors of its era, of its day, that also had an HDMI out port. And none of the high-end monitors of today have HDMI out ports. So I would love to upgrade my computer. I want to upgrade my monitor. I already have a decent capture card. I think I have the 4K 60 Elgato game capture card, but I need to basically just get a whole new rig. I need to get a higher end monitor so that I can stream, some of these games in higher resolution with better quality. It's just going to cost me a lot of money that I'd rather spend on other things. And I can't find a good monitor besides this old 1080p 60 TN panel that just... So yeah, there are some things that I'd like to do to kind of bring some gaming streams back to this channel. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. Captain Paul and I are planning to do some more content on the Talking Shit podcast. I know we've basically just been doing MMA streams lately, but he's been working really hard. His work schedule was kind of messed up, and he's kind of getting his work shit together. But we understand that there's so much that we want to cover on the podcast. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that we would like to bring you, for real. But yeah, I've been feeling pretty good. My body has been doing pretty good, although mentally I have not really been into my training of the way that I'm supposed to be. And so I've been kind of slacking on my pull days. My push days have been going pretty good. I hit a new PR on Tuesday on the bench press. Sets of 6 at 245 on the bench press. That was great. But I've been kind of off my game with my pull work. I don't feel too fatigued after my leg day today, so I'm going to try to finally buckle down and do my pull-ups tomorrow like I'm supposed to. Do my higher volume lat pull downs, destroy my biceps like I'm supposed to. My biceps are not growing the way they should because I've been slacking a little bit. So I plan to do my vertical pull tomorrow, Monday. I plan on doing my titty tops, my incline chest work on Tuesday, and I'm going to go up in repetitions on the leg press at 545 on Wednesday. So I'm going to stick with sets of 7 at 315 on the hack squat, but I'm going to go up to sets of 7 on the leg press at 545, and then for those 2 sets, and then 495 for 2 more sets. Today I did go up to sets of 7 on the leg extension and the leg curl, so that's technically a PR. 200 pounds on the leg curl, 205 on the leg extension. I'm building that up. Unfortunately, the leg curl machine that we have at our gym only goes to 200 pounds. So I'm just going to be building up volume on my hamstrings because I can't really go up in weight anymore because I maxed out the machine. So this summer, I'm still going to be maxing shit out. Curiously, though, I'm very surprised that I went to check my weight after not eating, dehydrated, and taking a shit yesterday morning. I noticed that I am still 203 pounds. And so I'm not sure if it says that my body fat is down, but these scales are not really that accurate. But it shows that my body fat is down. I am getting stronger, and the volume is improving on a lot of my lifts, especially in the legs. So it's possible that I am dropping body fat. I just expected that I was going to lose more weight, that I was going to drop below 200 pounds. But I was 203 yesterday after taking a shit with no water and no food. So perhaps I had more shit in my system. I don't know. But I'm going to go with that empty belly, 203 pounds. So I'm actually quite surprised that I'm holding on to that amount of body weight, but I must be doing something right. So we're going to just continue. I'm going to kind of get back to working hard. Flies. I'm going to get back to working hard on my pulls again. Try to get my back, to be swole, because, swole is a goal size prize. Yeah. I'm feeling very good. The gains are coming. All right, so I got all that out the way. It is time to start the engine. I don't feel like being in sport mode, so I'm just going to leave it in comfort. Put my knee sleeves away. And I am ready to go home. I am ready to go home. So yeah, I will say that I took a little bit longer to train today than I actually needed to. Sometimes I just kind of like to dilly-dally. Does it have Sport Plus? Yeah, it does. But I don't really use it that often. Sometimes if I'm feeling really, really good, I'll throw on the Sport Plus. But, the comfort is just good enough in most situations. Oh, here we go. We got people doing strange stuff. Okay. Here we go. All right. So yeah, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I did have a problem with BMW. I got a warning, which, obviously is kind of cool that, my car sends out a warning and then automatically made an appointment with me with the service advisor. That's cool and all. But these mofos tried to charge me $1,000 for a battery. I kid you fucking not. They tried to charge me $1,000 for a starter battery. And I'm like, what the hell? But then it turned out that, they were charging me for the labor cost to install it. But I mean, that wasn't even all that pissed me off. One of the things that really pissed me off is that, I say, hey, the car is still under warranty, because the car has a 4-year, 50,000 mile warranty. And I've had the car now 3 years, and I have barely 8,000 miles on it, right? Let me check just to be sure. Yeah, I have 8,200 miles on this car. So I was told that the reason why why it's not covered under warranty is because I didn't drive the car enough. You know what? I can actually get off this road right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, come on. They told me that because I only drove the car 8,000 miles in 3 years, that I'm the problem and I'm the reason why the battery doesn't work properly. I was ready to punch somebody's head like Randy Orton. RKO's the whole bit. Like, what do you mean? You know, I was told that the lesser amount of abuse on the car, the more the parts on the car should last. Oh, well, you don't drive the car enough. I drive the car almost every day. Oh, well, you don't drive it long enough distances to charge the battery or whatever. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So I got a satisfactory check call from BMW, my local BMW dealer. And I told them about it. I was like, first of all, if you're going to tell somebody that a starter battery costs $1,000, you should actually let the customer know that it's not that the battery itself costs $970 or however much they tried to charge me. That part of that cost is for labor. You need to specify that when you just tell people, oh, the replacing the battery is this. Like, I need to know that part of it is labor costs. Otherwise, I'm thinking that you're trying to rob me by charging me $1,000 for a starter battery. I know they don't cost $1,000. But then he's like, well, I'll give you a discount, but it still cost me almost $700. And then I looked and, they charged me $300 something for the battery, and it was like $300 for labor. I really wish these bicycles would use the bike lane. Holy crap. So, I was, pretty annoyed by, like, not the service advisor, but just like break down the cost and help me to understand why you're trying to charge me $1,000 for a battery replacement. Beyond that, they said something about reimbursing me for some of the cost or whatever. I don't know. Let me see if I could talk to the sales guy, and they'll talk to this guy. I'll call you back before the day is over. Nobody called me. They probably said, you know what, leave it. He already paid the money. But yeah, I was a bit annoyed by that. I'm not gonna front. I was pretty annoyed. Any mods on the car? Oh, so car guy, you might actually be happy to hear this. I think I told you back in the day that I was kind of thinking about what I was going to do, and I was sad because I was going to have to give the car back in February. I extended the lease by 2 months, and then I turned it into a financing. So now I own the car. In fact, a few days ago, I just got the title for the vehicle in the mail. So this is the first car I've ever owned. So I got to make, 5 years of payments, or, if it actually works out in my favor, that I can pay it off early, I will try to pay it off early. But now I own the car. But I was also annoyed that as soon as I make my first payment as the car owner, all of a sudden, oh, the battery is dead, you need a new one. And I'm like, listen, I just got off lease. I don't want to hear that as soon as I hit the 3-year mark, the whole car starts falling apart. Like, come on, guys. So I kind of put them on notice, like, nah, you're not going to play me like that. I will give this fucking car back to you guys. But anyway, I'm still enjoying it. It's all good. It's all good. But I was kind of annoyed at that. Also pretty annoyed at John Jones holding up the UFC heavyweight division. I got to get into that. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about sports-wise. Come on. Come on. Come on, guy. Go, go, go. Oh, he's a student driver. Damn. I'm over here like, come on, motherfucker. It's a student driver. I got to give them some patience. Ugh. So I want to talk about the UFC real quick. I know you guys have probably heard me say that Dave's a cocksucker, but he is a cocksucker. And I'm kind of happy that he got played the way he got played, because John Jones played him. You know, it's so obvious that one second, y'all. I need to kind of put some cold air on the back of this phone. Shit. I gotta put some cold air on the back of this phone so it doesn't overheat and shut off the stream. Come on. I gotta worry about that for the summer. I'm kind of happy that Dana White got played the way he got played. You know, he was holding out for this big money fight for John Jones versus Tom Aspinall, and you know he's been sucking John Jones's cock. After he wipes his face from Donald Trump's nut being all over his dome, he then takes his padded knee bitch ass over to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and goes and prostrates himself in front of John Jones. And John Jones played his dumbass. You know, I've seen fighters get stripped of the championship as soon as they say something that Dana White doesn't like. And it's really incredible how, you know, he signs on to fight a retired fighter and then refuses to fight the next guy in line, and then starts talking about his so-called legacy when he doesn't really have a legacy. And he does everything he can to dodge, oh, well, you know, what if he knocks me out and then, you know, he made a name off of me. Like John Jones didn't make his name off of the superstar fighters of his earlier career, like Lyoto Machida, and, you know, and a couple other fighters I can't remember the name of, but, you know, he made his bones off of the, you know, he made his bones off of the, you know, off of, you know, the stardom of fighters that were on their way out of professional fighting, but that he doesn't want to do the same when it comes to fighting, you know, the next up and coming guy who's dangerous in Tom Aspinall. And he sits there and he hugs the belt. You know, he had I think he had a pec tear, didn't give up the belt, kept the belt while he was injured. And it's like, hey, so this is how you doing? Like, he doesn't let other fighters who are injured keep the belt, but he's constantly deep-throating John Jones. He got played. I love that he got played the way he got played. John Jones is a coward. Oh, and then you got to find out that he's got charges of leaving the scene of another accident that he caused, tried to blame on another woman he was in the car with, who was not identified as being his fiance or the mother of his children. They said they found that woman in the car after he left the car. They found her in the car drunk, naked from the waist down. And he tried to put it on her that she's the one that left the scene of the drunken car crash. So this is his second time leaving the scene of an accident while under the influence. But everybody loves John Jones. He's a piece of shit. He is a piece of shit. You know, like, I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to put it to you guys in any other way besides that. John Jones is a shitty person. And I get it. Some of you guys are like, well, you know, I can separate the fighter from the human being. And every time I go to do that, he shows he's a piece of shit. Another drunken driving crash. This is not the first time John Jones has left the scene of an accident. The world is turning into a piece of shit. The people we worship these days is just nuts. Yeah, you know, there's so many good people to root for. Even in combat sports, they're awesome human beings. Nobody's rooting for them. You know, nobody's rooting for them. They're rooting for the dregs of society. And it's annoying. Hit the like button, traditionals. Please, help me out, brother. Please. So I'm glad that Dana White got played. I'm glad. A quick note on the New York Mets. The Mets have been like warm, wet doo-doo for the past week. For some reason, they've been having trouble. The catchers can't catch the ball. The first baseman can't catch the ball, can't throw the ball. Having so many problems with infield defense. Okay. Why is it Francisco Alvarez, the catcher, has been garbage at the plate all season long? They wait until he hits a 450-foot mammoth blast. They wait until he hits the ball to the next zip code to then send him down to the minor leagues. What are you doing? Now I get it. Taijuan Walker is a shitty pitcher. He's on his way out of baseball. I get it. Well, why did you have to wait until he helped us lose 7 straight games? You wait until he hits. Send him down to the minor leagues. What was that? That was just my quick note on this shitty game. Okay. 2 quick NBA notes before I get out of here. Kevin Durant might be the most overrated legend in the history of the NBA. He's got a 3-1 in Oklahoma City, which I did not hold against him until he went to Golden State, won some championships, and then people said, oh my God, you left the team that you were up 3-1 against, that you were up 3-1 with, to go to the team that you lost the series to. But at least he won 2 championships. Oh no, you know, his legacy is messed up. He's listening to everybody on the internet. He goes to leave a winning team to go try to form super teams everywhere and doesn't even always make the playoffs. The dude can't even get into the playoffs with 2 other superstars on the team. The motherfucker can't make the playoffs. Well, at least I'm averaging 27, 6, and 4. At least I'm getting my numbers. He might have 2 championships under his belt, but he doesn't have a winner's mentality. The dude is always whining and crying because people are trolling him on the internet. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. He got traded today to the Houston Rockets. I put up a post on Facebook. I said, Ime Udoka is going to be the next coach to be fired. Watch it happen. He's going to take a young, up-and-coming Rockets team, which they pretty much dismantled to get him on the roster. They're going to win less games next year than they won this year. And then they're going to fire Ime Udoka. He's going to be the next young star coach to be fired because he couldn't win with Kevin Durant. Maybe nobody can win with Kevin Durant. Maybe, just maybe, Steve Kerr and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson and Chef Curry were the guys he needed to win. Maybe. Kevin Durant is a legend, but he is the most overrated legend in the history of the NBA. I got players who never won a championship that were greater individual players as far as being a team player, as far as having a winner's mentality. Allen Iverson, to me, is more of a winner. Allen Iverson is more of a winner without an NBA championship under his belt than Kevin Durant. Yeah, I said it. My last NBA point. The OK City Thunder shit the bed in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Can you please blow out the Indiana Pacers? They're not that good. They're just well rested. They're not that good. Why are you struggling with this shitty ass team? Oklahoma, close this shit out. Okay, I think I made my point. Market. Kevin Durant, most overrated legend in NBA history. Anyway, I'm up out of here. I gotta go eat, and I got a client that I gotta work out in a little while. Whatever your personal best are, whatever your personal records are, go out and chase them.